Hey, what's up, everybody? Slick D Gamer, Scott W. Perry here, and welcome to episode number 3. I just wanted to say that. Welcome to episode number 3 of Retro Chronicles, where we're going to take a look at the history of the World Wrestling Federation, World Wrestling Entertainment in video game form. Now, in this one, we're still in 1989. Wrestlemania had just come out on the home console market, and while it was a very good seller, a lot of people were a little hesitant about the graphics. It wasn't the best. The music was good. But you had a good representation of what the World Wrestling Federation was at the time. However, at the same time, while this game was flooding the market at home, our local arcade received a new game regarding a lot of these superstars, and it was released by Technos, a Japanese company. And this game became what many people feel to be the first great World Wrestling Federation, World Wrestling Entertainment video game. The game is titled WWF Superstars, and honestly, it was just that. It was a great game. In this game, the arcade, the graphics were phenomenal. This was 16-bit before 16-bit became a thing on the home market, and featured 6 superstars that you could play, but 2 that were unplayable. So like normal arcade games, you would have a ladder where you would take on a boss. In this case, WWF Superstars took place, you were a tag team and you picked one of 6 superstars. Hulk Hogan, Randy Macho Man Savage, The Ultimate Warrior, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, The Big Boss Man, or The Honky Tonk Man. And you would have 3 matches as a team until you got to the tag team champions for the big match at Madison Square Garden in New York City. And that would be the team of the Megabucks, Andre the Giant, and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. What was really awesome about this game, despite being a quarter sucker, and when I was a kid I poured a lot of quarters into this, was the fact that the graphics looked phenomenal for its time. The wrestlers had their great moveset at the time. They were identifiable. Hulk Hogan had his leg drop. Randy Savage had his top rope elbow smash. Hacksaw Jim Duggan had his clothesline. Ultimate Warrior had his gorilla press slam. So the moves were there. It was difficult as hell to get through, especially when you took on Andre and DiBiase. Andre was just, you could not knock him down. You couldn't pick him up. You couldn't slam him. It was a 2-button system. The first button was for a slam. Pick them up, slam them, do your move, and the second button would be to punch or kick. This would kind of become a standard for the next few years. And, graphically, in terms of with the buttons, it played great for the arcades. And you would have to go through the cycle twice in order to get a high score. What I liked about it is that in the intro screen, when they show you the wrestlers in particular, you have a cutscene of DiBiase and Andre kind of mocking you with Virgil with them and a nice little background. And then they would actually show Madison Square Garden. Now, for me, living in New York, that was awesome for me.
They are declaring themselves challengers to your World Championship belt. No one can beat Megabucks. I'll put you to sleep with my $1 Million dream.
Whenever I played this game, I always played as either Hogan or Savage or Hogan and Warrior. Especially because for me, I wanted to recreate the first ever SummerSlam main event. So that to me was a good marketing. It was a good, it was good for me for that purpose. I always liked recreating real events with my wrestling games, and this was definitely one of them. And if you beat them, you get a nice congratulatory screen from the late great Miss Elizabeth. So Technos did a fantastic job with this game. I thought it really, really captured WWF, WWE at the time. And when it first came out, I was just about to become a teenager. I was very young. I thought it was a phenomenal game to play. I put a lot of quarters in it. Now, of course, as we find out later, there was a better game to come after that, but that's for another episode. I am able to enjoy the game today. I know in some cases, a lot of people play their arcade games and they have certain ways to do it. You can use a MAME emulator, which in some cases I do, but in this case, I bought this bad boy off of Amazon, an arcade cabinet for about $150. It has about 3,000 games in it, and one of them is Superstars. Well, actually, 12 of them are Superstars. They're just in different languages. So, you know, they kind of took that 3001 very seriously because you basically have 500 variations of freaking Street Fighter 2. But that's another story for another time. But like I said, I still love playing it to this day. It's great to play with a friend as co-op, and you try to do it. The wrestlers are well represented. Graphically, they're great. Hogan looks great. Warrior looks great. It really shows what they were going to do at the time. This was a start of a good foundation for World Wrestling Federation games at the time. And overall, I would definitely recommend it. If you know, I have a playthrough on this channel, definitely check it out. WWF Superstars for the arcade, it was the sign of things to come. And if you were an arcade fan like I was, and at the time a lot of people were playing games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which came out at the time, which was a fucking awesome game. Just gonna say that, and I apologize for cursing, but for swearing, but I needed to say that. But Superstars would also get a little crowded as well, and there would be a line to play it for 1989. So it's definitely worth checking out. Great game overall, and one that I still enjoy to this game. So definitely check it out when you can. All right, so next time on Retro Chronicles, we're going to go back to the NES and talk about the second game for that wonderful system, and that is Wrestlemania Challenge. And this is the first ever game released under the infamous LJN banner. Ooh. Anyway, this has been Slick D Gamer, Scott W. Perry, and wishing you well, signing off. Take care.
Congratulations! You are the champion!
I'm pleased to present you with this championship belt.